Hi everyone, don't be alarmed. Everything's all covered up. I'm just trying to think if someone was at home, what would they be sugaring in? It's not nice to do it in our prettiest dresses. So I'm showing you grabbing a ball of the organic cold sugar paste right out of the jar. I'm a little bit ambidextrous. I've learned to be because I've worked on myself at home, but I am a professional and have been for years. So I'm showing you both legs, which are powdered the traditional way, and I want to show you the difference between traditional sugar side by side. Okay, here they are. I want you to notice no manipulation needed. Okay? So that's the first thing for people who are learning. Dropping it on the floor is very common when people are learning at my spa. So right away I'm going to start over and get a little thicker strip going. But right away I find this paste to be easier to work with. I also have a bigger ball of sugar on this side, and there's a reason for that. It's because of the way the sugar behaves. So the cold sugar does feel cold, but I'm thinking that's going to be good for people who went, okay, see, here's the difference after the flick. There the sugar almost went, okay? I just want to show you how this sugar compares side by side when you're molding as a professional. So I got some comments about my skull blanket in one of my videos, and I kind of have stuck these things in the videos like my robe today as kind of a joke to give you all a laugh. So I wanted you to know that some of these will be a lot more professional looking, but I think this is the kind of thing you'd be doing at home. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to kind of keep molding because I want to show you the side-by-side comparison of when these start to lose their power as far as pulling out hair and consistency. So now this consistency is sort of stiffening up, and you can see the cold sugar is just warming up, meaning it's becoming more pliable. It's gliding like butter over the skin. As it gets a little bit warmer, it hits a great phase where, see, I'm stiffening up on my leg with the traditional paste right now, and the glide is ultra smooth with the cold paste right now. This is why in my video blogs and my grouping this month I have been obsessed with the cold sugar. So with the cold sugar, what you want to be careful of is that you don't get too much manipulation going, and you don't need to let this sit as long on the skin. It really has a lot of sticking power for some reason. Don't worry, I have something to block any flashing that could happen. And I know this is funny to do this way, but for me to use two hands on video, this was the easiest way for me to set it up and show you a large area and how these operate side by side in a large area. Let me see in a close-up if I can't show you. I think these are completely comparable. I actually think that the cold paste spreads thinner and continues to work, which to me it means if it's spreading thinner, it's more of a formula that can get down into the pores and wrap itself around the hair follicle. I also have tested molding less, and it seems to have don't anticipate that, sticking your two sugars together. Oops, look, we've got a blending accidentally happening from a good flick. You know you have a good flick when your sugar goes all over the place sometimes. So that won't really alter the consistency between the two as much. So the type of testing I want to do, I've used a whole ball of the cold non-traditional sugar. I've used a whole ball to do multiple body parts. I find at this point and a little bit after this point, when the sugar starts to get like this, that sometimes it loses some of its sticking power. This sugar, as you can see, is just heating up, so if it gets too hot, you want to stop manipulating and let it cool down. So now that it gets warm, you have to do a little bit of work to keep it from going anywhere. So it's funny because it's the opposite of what we're used to. But this isn't, it's still not as goopy as you can see, or as fast moving as the other sugar. I think if someone, again, was really hot, or the temperature in the room was really hot, now you can really see I'm having a harder time spreading. I'm having to put a lot of pressure. Yet the cold sugar is just heating up, and I'm doing a lot lighter pressure. Look at the pressure, and it's going to get the hair. You don't have to use a lot of pressure. And my skin is saying, can you not keep sugaring the same spot? So that's my incredible comparison, and I want to continue to test the durability of this in a professional setting and help develop a way for professionals to use an organic paste that may not even require a heater. Awesome. Have a great night.